What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Camel K Reacts back with a video for you guys today. Now, this is all over TikTok, bro. Buying an armored Ram TRX at the Savage auction. So apparently, Lil Durk TRX was flipped in LA. Now,
Positive that
I
you
don't know
guys
why
knew
I
from
flipped, but I know if that flipped. So let's see what he's talking
the
about.
minute we walked in here that this is the one I want. Take the Trackhawk, for example. It's a clean, respectable salvage title car that a person with
That's a Savage side of truck out. That don't look like
good
mine.
sense would buy.
It
And
look good.
then there's me. And if we're gonna be totally honest
Oh my God! Hold up, turn the words off. Oh my God, Dirt. That junk is beyond total. God dang, it's like every panel got hit. Was he going fast when he wrecked
each
this
other.
junk?
This truck's actually
Headlight
quite a bit
hanging
nicer
out.
than the usual junk I buy.
This
Origins
junk
of
looks
this
totally different. The back look good though.
TRX aside,
You
we
can
have a
still
lot
pick
of
up
work to
something
do.
in it.
One, we have to decide if this
Oh
is
my
something
God,
we
bro.
could fix.
Look at this.
Two, we have to decide if this is something we should fix. I'm not gonna keep you waiting. Let's go ahead and jump into the first cool thing I saw in this car.
Dang, that's the window? I thought that was the rubber. Oh my God.
There's not much of an explanation needed there. This door is heavy. We all know wraps a dangerous lifestyle, especially these days, so it does make sense that it's
Wraps a
definitely not
dangerous
something I've seen
lifestyle.
at the auction before. Now, if
That's
we
facts.
stop and think for a minute, is bulletproof glass something that you or I need if we're buying cars from salvage auction?
Nah.
I'm gonna assume the answer is probably no. But hey, if
There ain't no bullet shot, is it? No bullet hole, is it?
it's something you're looking for,
Look like one though. I ain't gonna lie. Just how the look like a bullet hole. Just how like the glass is like.
I'm gonna assume the answer is
Feel me? They look like some. I ain't gonna lie. Look like a bullet shot.
probably no. But hey, if it's something
I
you're
might be
looking
wrong,
for,
though. Put in the
we
comment
finally
section
found
if
a
y'all
car
think
for
it's
you.
one.
Truthfully, it's probably a negative if we're buying a car like this. I don't know what modifications were done to the chassis, to the door frame, though it doesn't apply to this one as we'd be replacing it anyway. I don't know what they had to do
Hey,
to fit
since
bulletproof
this-
glass in this. The
since this
windshield's
car-
completely missed.
Since this car is bulletproof, is it do it look better because the what you call it? Does it look better because would it look worse if it wasn't bulletproof is what I'm trying to say. What y'all think? Put in the comment section. Yes, no, maybe. Do y'all think this car look worse if it wasn't bulletproof?
Know a lot about bulletproof glass, being that I'm not a rapper or, you know, the
What happened? Why I turn down for it? Come on, bro. Don't do it. Don't do me like that. Long screen, bro. Thank you. My bad, y'all. Nigga rig it.
Pope, but it does kind of look like this may have held up to a test at some point. Let me know if that is what I think it is in the comments.
Yeah, that's
The
what I'm
glass,
saying.
yes,
They
it was
look
shocking
they look like it was a bullet shot.
to find, but in the grand scheme of rebuilding a car that's in this bad a shape, it's not really that relevant. So we're gonna have to move past it at some point, and with everything else going on here, looks like that point's right now. Being that I'm more of a car guy than a truck guy, I haven't looked a lot into these. I don't know how similar, say, the front frame
my
section is to a
God,
normal
that
Ram
junk.
1500, while obviously stuff like the grille, the front bumper, the fender, being that it's fiberglass, which is actually kind of crazy for a truck, that all is different.
That's crazy,
If we
bro.
can take, say, the front frame for a Ram 1500, we're gonna save ourselves a ton of money. You can find those much more easily. The hood, which is definitely TRX specific because of that, it did get some damage, but unlike this fender here, I think you'd be able to fix this pretty easily. It is aluminum, so you'd have to find the right person, but if you're taking on a rebuild project like this, chances are either you are that person or you have that person. On something that's damaged this badly, we're not gonna go into stuff like the mirror. You see the mirror hanging off it, you know you're gonna
That's
need one of
easy. You
those.
can
On the
buy a
other side
mirror.
of the front end that's damaged
You can buy
quite a
mirrors,
bit less.
bumpers, and all
You have
that,
some
but
front
like
bumper damage
panels,
there. It really doesn't look
It's
too
what's-
bad.
But don't get wrong now. It's still expensive now, Cam fam. Hold up. Don't get it wrong and twist it like it's just nothing now. It's still expensive to buy this, but you can't
Headlight
buy
survived.
It can't be bought.
This fender over here,
It can't be bought for sure.
it's in good shape. It made it. When it comes to that red eye up there, or pretty much every other car,
Ain't that fit look bad. Well, they got a 720 McLaren in there. I need to go buy it. What is y'all at, bro? I ain't
in
gonna
this
lie,
building,
They got some heat.
I can give you a pretty accurate guess of what it's going to cost to fix it. When it comes to a truck, I'm moderately clueless, and that's putting it nicely. Those of you guys who work on trucks, those of you guys who rebuild trucks, some of
gonna
them might
cost-
even have been worse than this. This is where I need you guys to go down in the comments and let me know what I'm
gonna
in for
cost-
if I buy this thing. Does it
Yeah,
need
it's
a whole
gonna
cab,
cost-
or is this
yes.
something that we're fixing? Being a car guy, I would assume this operates pretty much like the A-pillar and, say, the
Bro,
rear
it need
quarter panel of a
everything, I
car.
ain't gonna lie.
Is this something that we're cutting off and just replacing,
gonna even
or
cap it,
do
need
we
everything,
actually
fam.
need to replace the whole thing? I know it
Like,
gets
just
a
leave
little
that junk
bit
where
tricky
it
with
is.
the
You might as
bed.
well- By
See,
the time you get done buying a panel, buying two doors, buying all that, you're going to be 50, 60 in on the savage car out your pocket. So you might well put 20, 10, 20 down on one for 70, 80. You feel me? And just call it a day. Like simple.
Bed swaps often. I see
this.
complete beds for sale.
Bulletproof
Something
not,
that's
it's
this
not
bad,
worth
I have to imagine that we'd be in for a full bed replacement. You know, I had to check eBay
Exactly.
Motors.
You got to
There
replace
are
everything.
TRX beds for sale. They're pretty expensive, but it's doable. Side note, the tailgate, other than that right there, that little bit of minor damage actually survived and is in phenomenal shape. The rear bumper, again, other than a little bit of damage, survived. At least from what I'm seeing so far, there's nothing here that's going to make me not buy this. Stupidity, ambition, I don't know, call it what you want. For those of you guys who didn't see the original pictures from this wreck, the car was on its side, and I think that's pretty obvious from what we're seeing here today. Over on the driver's side, it's pretty much the same story. The entire top of the cab, all the bulletproof glass, the door frames. Though these door frames over here, they don't look that bad. They may be able to be worked. I think we have a pretty good idea of what this truck needs on the outside, and the answer is pretty much everything.
Let me see the inside. Inside look good though. The airbags came out in this seat, so it's for sure total. When airbags come out of a car,
For as bad as the exterior looks.
Because a lot of people saying mine was fixable, which it probably was. It wasn't nothing crazy, but the airbags came out. That makes a car unsafe. And they got to pass a lot of regulations from the government again to be able to drive that vehicle with insurance. So a lot of insurances just totaled it out. So they told mine out, and I got paid that money on it.
Interior, it's fairly solid. Driver, airbag.
Hey, Durk made some money on this though, fam. Believe it or not, he got paid that money on it. When they told them just out, they pay real good. You would think they buying the car from you. Woo, I love insurance.
In fact, the only airbag that did go off the passenger seat.
Y'all know, man. If y'all ever, you know what I'm saying, had y'all car scratched or stolen, you feel me, allegedly, if y'all ever had somebody come get it from while you doing some working with your girl, you know, after the game, that you had somebody come strike it and pick it up, you feel me? In Memphis, Orlando, Texas. You know them insurance checks be like PPP checks, and they be real deal good money on.
Before we get into the interior,
so Durk finna go buy a chain.
Work here and go under the hood.
Durk, what kind of chain did you get this week, man?
Best I can tell, it's unmodified.
I know you had it probably paid for cash, so you
judging
got that
by
money
this,
back.
I'm gonna assume that we're gonna find some type of stereo inside. This one is listed as not running, so we're not gonna get to hear it run. But let's go ahead and get into this interior and see what else we can find. On the inside, it has pretty much all the damage you would expect of a wreck like this. The rear view mirror's knocked out, being that there's not a windshield in it. It does have the key. I'm not exactly sure why they couldn't get power to it to start it. We have, I guess, an alarm, all kinds of stuff.
We have. Why they can't start it?
What is that?
What is that?
A CB radio? Check that out.
Why Durk got a CB radio for?
I'm just gonna go ahead and shut that. This is probably a great time to note that when we come out to auctions like this, we can't mess with anything in the car. We don't own it, at least not yet. But after you win a car at auction, you own it and everything inside of it. So maybe we will get to find out what's inside that steel safe one day. As for the back seat,
is that chrome horn, nigga?
One day. As for the back seat.
I know there ain't no cross. Fan, when niggas see a cross, he think chrome horn. I know there ain't no cross in there. No Durk ain't no chrome horn.
Pretty normal looking. It looks like at some point there were some parts here. Maybe they sent it to a body shop. They considered rebuilding it. They obviously did not go through with it. Considering those power wires we saw up front, you do see what looks like an amp back there. Yeah, we have a pretty awesome audio setup in this. This is a sub box that kind of looks factory. Whoever installed this audio setup did a really nice job. I'd actually love to hear it. Wow, this is something I actually just noticed. Go around the door frame as well. They bulletproofed that. They matched it pretty much identically to the factory stitching. Frame as well.
God dang, ain't no bullets getting in there, fam. Niggas bulletproof that. Nah, he in a tank at this point. That's a whole tank. Nigga, this is a TRX tank.
Bulletproof that. They matched it pretty much identically to the factory stitching. That's actually cool. Shout out to whoever did this. That's a sick interior job. I don't know what I expected from a bulletproof truck, but to have it look almost factory, than the massive windows, it's pretty awesome. I was checking to see what else was in it, and it looks like there's more storage. When I set out looking for a tow vehicle for the Demon, I did not think in a million years that this was the TRX that I might end up buying. But after seeing it, I'm not any less intrigued, we'll put it that way. The damage?
Here's one thing you need to do.
Y'all think that's a WL in the comment section. The Bulletproof TRX. He probably buy it for like 30. Y'all think it's a WL?
But I've been over this
bro,
truck.
Cause it cost. I'm not gonna lie. It cost 100 bands to bulletproof a car. So this is $100 or $200,000 just in bulletproof alone. So it might be worth it, but at the same time, you don't need a bulletproof car. So
Pretty thoroughly now.
like,
Everywhere on the exterior,
I mean,
for as
if he
bad
buy
as
it,
it
ain't a
looks,
bad buy,
there's
bro.
not
It's
a single
bulletproof.
place that makes me think this car can't be rebuilt. Even the suspension, the underbody, there's a lot that's bent. There's a lot that's broken, but there's not that one single thing that means this thing's destined to be a parts truck. The only question left, as per usual, what's it sell for at auction?
Exactly.
Obviously, with a little bit of weird history behind this car, that might affect the price one way or the other. I tend to think that somebody's probably going to want to pay a little more for it just because a famous person owned it. This is definitely one of the more
and it's 'cause
complex
it's
to fix
bulletproof.
TRXs that I've seen come across the auction block. Unfortunately, we do have to wait a little bit until this thing comes up for auction. Well, I guess it's about that time. We need to talk about that Bulletproof TRX. Today is the last day of September 2023. I filmed this video
Y'all let me know what y'all think. Bro.
in the beginning of May.
How much
When
did it
I
go for?
originally filmed this video, the TRX was listed as coming soon to auction. It also had a book value on Copart of like $90,000, which is super normal for a TRX. Fast forward 3 months later, the book value gets blown up to like 180 grand. I assume that Copart or the insurance company didn't know what it was prior, figured out how much it cost to build, and priced it appropriately. More than likely, there was some kind of dispute between the owner of the truck and the insurance company. They wanted more money because they paid $250,000 for it. I don't know exactly what that cost to build, but I have seen other similar examples go for crazy money when they're not wrecked, of course. Now, based on the adjustment we saw on Copart, it seems like the owner of the truck got their way. The insurance company was forced to pay out more. That's where the car sat for the next 2 months, and then it disappeared. It's no longer on Copart. I've reached out to all my contacts at Copart, the lot manager, some people in the marketing department. They all say that it has a chance to be relisted, but it's been placed on some type of hold by the insurance company. Copart can't even confirm that the truck's at the lot, so at this point, the truck's either never going to get...
Durk got paid 180. Durk, you finna get that money on. Durk done went chain. Let me type in. Hold on. Let me see. Lil Durk. No chain. Is it came up yet? Lil Durk. Embrace it. Oh yeah, Durk. I know. 3 weeks ago. Durk. You acting totally different. You